Hello everyone, I'm Rashmi Bandari and today I've got my student Vrashank Rao. Hello Vrashank.
Hello.
Vrashank is from the computer science and he has cleared Simpress and that's a product role and he's got a good package of 12 lakhs per annum. So Vrashank, tell us what was first the eligibility and what was also the designation?
Yes, ma'am. So the eligibility criteria was you should have 7 CGPA or above, and computer science and information science branches were only allowed.
Okay. And no 10th interval?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the designation was software development role.
Alright, great. And so what were the rounds for this?
Yes, ma'am. So the first round was online assessment round where coding questions were given. There were 3 coding questions. One was easy, one difficult, and one medium. So I completed one easy question and half of the medium level question. So I completed 1.5 question.
So it was not okay. So they didn't say that you have to complete all the 3.
No.
Based
so,
on the time.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was comparative. Like
Okay.
depending on other people, if you have scored more, then they will select.
All
for
right.
next round.
So when you're saying easy, can you give an example? And when you're saying a little difficult, if you can give both the examples how it was.
Yes. So the easy, you can tell you can use map, set, etc., which we use in C++. That was an easy level question where you can sort elements and apply some function on it. And the second question which I can tell is you need a little mathematical knowledge which I can tell. You need some logic and you need to build logic there. It will be based on XOR operation most probably. Which they might know.
Okay.
Yeah. And the difficult question was like you should know competitive programming a little bit. Like you should have a knowledge of questions which are solved at CodeChef or Codeforces. It was that level question which I couldn't solve that question.
Right. But can you remember the question a little bit as to how it was?
I cannot remember the coding question.
Yeah, alright.
But the interview question.
Alright. But I think they will get an idea,
Yes,
alright?
yeah.
So it is tough there.
It is tough, yes.
Alright.
It was tough.
Do you remember how many cleared the round for this?
Yes,
roughly?
roughly 15 people cleared.
Only 15, huh?
Yes, yeah.
Okay, then I think more than 150 would have taken
Yes,
written
yeah.
and only 15
had
cleared the first round.
Yes.
And you didn't have any aptitude.
No, I didn't. Only 3 coding questions.
Okay. And how much time was given?
For one question, I think 1 hour was given.
Okay.
Yes.
Alright.
Yeah.
And so the 2 questions means 2 hours or for the whole thing 1 hour?
For the whole question, I think it was roughly 2.5 hours, I think. Yeah.
Oh, pretty
Yes,
long then.
2.5.
Alright. And then what was the next round after this?
The next round was the first technical interview, and we were given the selection of from online assessment to the first interview round was declared 1 week later. Like from 12th we had online assessment, and 19th we had the online interview. Yeah. So both the round were on the same day. So in the first round, first technical interview, he asked me, "Tell me about yourself," which is the most important question which we can expect in an interview. So here, what you need to tell is your name, where you are from, your branch, and then what experience you have. If you have been into any organization or student chapters, for example, at Sahyadri we have ACM, we have SOAC, etc. So if you have that, that's really good. So I told about that.
You're part of
ACM, yes.
ACM.
Yes. So yeah, so like that you can be in IEEE also. So it gives an edge over other students that you have a student, you are part of a student chapter and you have worked in a student chapter. Example. And next you need to tell about internship you have done. So I had done an internship, I was an instructor. So I taught high school student coding. Yeah.
Oh, very good.
Yes.
Where? Which school?
It was Gyanpro, which was
Okay.
an educated community.
All right, very nice.
Yes. So there I taught HTML, CSS, JavaScript in a fun way, like the student should understand.
All right.
Yeah. So 2 months I had done that. That was my internship.
Yeah.
And then you need to tell about your favorite domain, like for example machine learning or full stack development or cyber security, whichever you are good in. But once you stick into one domain, please go in depth into it and don't leave that domain and jump into another. Like it should not be like you are studying ML, then you go into IoT, etc. So what they see is the depth what knowledge you have, not the breadth of
Yeah.
knowledge which you have.
Oh, yeah.
So that was the main focus. So I told about that.
Alright.
And then directly I told about my hobbies, like I listen to music and I love biology articles. I see videos on YouTube because I had taken biology in my PUC.
Okay.
So I'm interested even now.
Okay.
So I told about that.
Uh-huh.
And immediately he asked me, tell me about your projects.
Uh-huh.
Yes, ma'am. So here, when it comes to project, you need to tell why you have used a particular stack. So they see if you are doing any research on a particular project. That project should have some problem solving capability. So it should solve a particular problem, which is main aspect. And then the languages which I used, like if I used MERN stack development, that is one stack in web development.
Okay.
So why I have used MERN, like that they will see. So they didn't ask, but I told them
Yes.
because that is a
Yes.
good thing if we
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. And also, if you are using any framework, you need to explain why you have used that particular framework, the quality of that framework, the features of that framework. So that will give an edge in your project section. Yes, ma'am. So that is the projects which they have asked. Then directly he came to DBMS, database management system, which is a subject in CS also we study, in IS also we have that subject. Here he asked me about ACID properties. So ACID properties, we have a little bit in our syllabus, but I think you need to go in depth, like you can refer Geeks for Geeks, which is mother of computer science.
Okay.
So every knowledge is there in Geeks for Geeks.
Okay.
Yes. You can check Geeks for Geeks for that. So that was about DBMS, and he asked me about OS questions. Which was like deadlock, semaphores, etc., which they teach in our college.
Okay.
Yeah, so no problem in operating system. So they teach in college itself. And after that, he came to data structure algorithm coding questions. So here he asked me one question on one three-sum problem, where you need to give the best approach for finding the three elements in an array which will give sum. So what they see is how you communicate so that you get a proper solution. Not only the solution, like while solving the coding question, we have the most optimal solution, we have brute force solution, we have better approach solution. So we cannot directly jump into the best solution. So first we should tell the brute force approach. So that will tell you how you are leading to get the solution. So if you tell in that way. So first I told the brute force solution, that is using 3 loops to get the sum. Then I told about maps, which will map, we have data structure in C++. So that will take extra space. So he told me you are using extra space, please optimize it. So next approach I told is I will sort the elements and then I will approach 2-pointer method, where I'll keep first pointer in the first place, next pointer in the last place. Then I will add, if the sum is less, then I will decrement the iterator from last, and if the sum is more, I will increment the operator from the first. That approach I told. He told me to code it, so I coded it, and yeah, in between they'll tell stop, like they understood,
Okay.
you know, to go.
Once you know, they stop you.
Yes,
All right.
so in between. Then they'll tell another question, they'll ask another question. So another question was you need to reverse the words in a string. So here what I did is I first initially used stack, which is another data structure, to store the words in one temporary data structure. Immediately when I told that sheet, he told no using extra space. So I had to use some logic and print the words in a reversed format. Like if I have a string, I need to print in such a way that I should get reversed words of the string. Yes, that was the coding question. Then they started to ask me in-depth project like the tech stacks, like React, what is hooks in React, what is components in React, etc. And also in Node.js, like I told you, MERN stack. In that, Node.js is there.
Okay.
So they see the resume, what is there in the resume, that itself they will ask.
Okay, so based on that, nothing outside.
Nothing outside.
Okay.
Like most of the interview will go like that.
Yes. Yes.
So you should not put something which you are not 100% confident in. You should be 100% confident. Even word, like you cannot put fancy words there to impress the recruiter, like that. So you need to be 100% confident. And yes, ma'am. That's how my first.
How long was your resume? One page or?
Only one
page.
page, yes.
Alright. Okay.
So yes, ma'am. So I used one template called Novo Resume. That is one website.
Know your resume.
Novo Resume.
Novo. How do you spell it?
NOVORESUME.
Okay.
That's the
Alright.
website.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
There you have a beautiful template
Alright.
where you can make a resume.
Okay.
I recommend them
Okay.
to.
Oh, good. Good. You shared this.
Yes. So that is my first interview. What happened is many of my friends, we make a group in WhatsApp and we regularly send some puzzles or some coding questions. So that it's really good because you're discussing with your friends and you tell them one approach, they tell one approach. Like it will be really good. So I did that. Like
Oh, very nice. So how many students were there in this group?
roughly 10 to 12 people.
Okay.
It
So
was my
everyone
friends.
shares. Okay.
Yes.
It's not that everyone is secretive.
No.
Okay.
So that I made it regular after pandemic. So
Okay.
that
Very nice.
yes.
Uh-huh.
So after that, So in my second round, what happened is one of my friend got an email at 1 p.m. and we waited 2 p.m. and 3 p.m. Nobody got the mail for the second one.
Okay.
So everyone were like, they'll not get the second email.
Okay.
They thought about it. But in these times, you should not leave the hopes and you should wait and you should not go and sleep. Like many people miss
Yes.
the second round.
But they missed because they didn't see the mail.
Exactly, ma'am. Yeah. So we cannot tell when that
Yes,
mail
yes,
will come. You
yes,
should be alert
yes.
and you should.
And nowadays they get directly in touch with the students. So they
Exactly.
will not inform us, but they will send you the mail. So we also don't come to know in the placement office whether the student has received it or not. So you'll have to check your mails every
Exactly.
day on.
Yeah. So that is one thing which I had practiced from the first year to check the mails at least 10 to 12 times a day.
During campus placements.
Yes. Yeah. So.
Yes.
So in my second round of interview, they told at 6 o'clock I have an interview. 3 o'clock I had got the mail. 6 o'clock, and in the first round I had senior software developer interviewing me. In the second round I had team lead interviewing me.
Okay.
So I knew this would be a little difficult interview. But so they started the interview. Again, tell me about yourself. I had to tell the same thing. And he started asking me OOPS concept. This object-oriented programming system, this is one of the most important subject which we study in CS and even IS also. So you should never leave that. And when you're explain it like you're explaining it to a layman. So that is the main aspect, like how.
Because only one who has understood well can explain it in a simple way.
Yes.
Otherwise, you will complicate
Yes.
it. Yes.
So that was one thing he asked in object-oriented programming. I told him, I explained him, and I told him where exactly in coding we use that.
Okay.
So he was impressed with that. And next, I told about the projects. Again, in depth, I told how I had explained in the first round.
Alright.
So after that, again he asked coding question. So here the coding question was, you have balanced parenthesis. You need to tell if there is any redundant parenthesis in it. For example, if I have A plus B and I have 2 brackets in it, so that 2 brackets is enough. But again, if you have 2 more brackets at side of the first bracket, then that is a redundant parenthesis. So that you have to explain. I used Stack for that, and I had to code it there itself. So I did that. And next we had the second coding question was linked list. So in linked list, they asked me to remove the duplicate nodes in a linked list. So I gave the approach. And then some HR related question he asked me, how do you keep yourself updated, etc. So I told him I go to the official website of the software and I check if there is any updates, like we have version 1.1, 1.2. and then I see what is better in it, and I implement the same in my project. And also I search in Udemy or Coursera or YouTube,
Oh,
etc.
very good.
Yes. So and also thanks to SYC we had got free Coursera courses also.
Yeah.
So yeah, I utilized that
Alright.
also. Yes. And yeah, and Gigs for Geeks, you need to refer it from the starting of the first year. It would be really great. And one thing I would recommend you is to start solving in CodeChef. So in CodeChef you have problems from easy to difficult question, which will really help in online assessment. Like I think if I had solved from the first year CodeChef, I would even complete the third question also.
Okay.
Yeah, so that I would recommend.
Yes.
Yes, ma'am. And projects, try to do projects which is which is used in companies like latest technologies, because they have requirement of those developers who can work in their latest tech stack.
Okay.
So better you can use the latest tech stack.
So how would you know what is the latest?
We can search the trending languages which we have. From there we can understand.
All right.
Yes.
Okay.
And also we can see the in LinkedIn we have requirement like MERN-stack developers. They have 30. I mean, like there is high requirement of MERN-stack, MEAN-stack, etc.
Okay.
Like,
From that
we can know that there is demand for this technology.
Yes.
From that. And yes, ma'am. So like that, you should build projects. And another thing what I would like to recommend is whatever you learn, teach it to others also.
Yes.
Because 50% of the thing will happen when you study,
Yes.
and other 50% will happen when you teach. So that will be the revision what you study.
Yes.
So that also helped me, like
Yeah.
what I said, OOPS concept to explain it to a layman.
Yeah.
That really helps, because when you are in an interview, you will get a bit afraid when you cannot talk fluently.
Yes.
So if you practice teaching to others also, then it will be really great.
Yeah.
So that I would
Yes.
recommend students.
So thank you, Prashank, very much.
Yeah.
I hope this was
Thank you.
helpful, and it's bye from both of us.